Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today is hashtag cathysowinghappiness, in which we'll have our drawing at the end of the video. But first, let's have our shout out to Joyce, Lynn, Lisa, Chuck's Wife 94, Dawn, Sandy, Carolyn, Tattered Treasures by Patty, and Debbie. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to set this out of the way, and we're going to get right to it. So what are we going to do today? Today we're going to make a beautiful gift tag, maybe for your mother, maybe for that special person who was just like a mother to you, or maybe a birthday card, because it's my husband's birthday today. Yes, he was born on Mother's Day. What a special gift that is. So this is a printed piece of cardstock. It is only one-sided printing. Well, I gilded it so it's stuck together. There we are. This is 12 inches long. I folded it in half. I cut the corners off. I rounded the bottom. I inked it with vintage photo, and then I put that gold paint on around the edges. And this is the gold paint right here. It is faux card enamel metallic gold. Right like that. I did on the edge. And now let's make us a flower to decorate it with, and maybe some ribbon and some net, and let's just jazz this up. Okay, so I have some pre-used tissue paper, and this is how I did it. I just took a piece of cardstock. Actually, it's an index card. And I just took my stamp. This is my large flower stamp, a punch. It's not a stamp, it's a punch. And I just put it right in there, and I punched it out. And you will need to use the card, because the card enables you to be able to punch the tissue paper. And then there you are. You have your little flowers. Now the next thing I would like to do is I would like to just kind of select some flowers. I have some gray tissue paper here, the ones we just punched out, and I have some little tiny ones right here out of this punch. So I am just going to kind of squish this up a little bit, and I'm going to squish this one up. This one I think has two pieces right here. So we're just kind of squishing them up a little bit. We don't want them totally flat. We want to give them a little bit of dimension. I also have a little bit of pink net. Here's the net right here. And I've cut them in a circle. I just kind of folded this up, and then I just cut a circle out freehand. So now let's go ahead and take one of our bases. I'm going to use a very small base. I don't want a large base. I don't really want it to show. And I'm going to start with one of my little petals, and then I'm going to add one of my pink petals, and maybe just a little circle of net. Actually, let's put that down first. The circle of net down first, then the gray, then the pink, maybe another little piece of net, and another pink. We need to smush this up. Yep, it's smushed there. There we go. Now how about some little tiny ones? Of course, I haven't smushed these up yet. Just for a center. Just to give it a little bit of a center there. I don't want to make it too big of a flower. Oh, good heavens. Here we are. All right, that will be just fine. Okay, so now I like to bring in my little foam and my punch, and I am going to punch a hole right there in the middle, and then I'm going to take my brad, and I'm going to put the brad in the hole. There we are. Just like that, and open it up. Okay, so now we have our cute little flower. You can smush it up a little more. All right, let's clean this up. We don't need this anymore. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, this is how the desk gets a disaster. our card back in. I have a hole punch right here, and I think on the side I'd like to punch 2 holes. So here and here, right on the side, right there. Okay, then I'm going to take my seam binding, which is in a gray color. I think it's really a pretty gray, and I'm going to thread it through, starting at the top and then going back under and up. And I'm just going to leave a little bit and give it a trim. Okay. Now I think what I'd like to do is get a little bit of the net, and I'm just going to loosely make a little bow. It's hard to see a net. And then I'm going to lay it right here on the card, and then I'm going to bring my seam binding around and I'm going to tie it. I'm going to tie the net using the seam binding onto the card like that. I think I would like to go ahead, I think I need to go ahead and maybe make a bow, or maybe use the rest of this. It needs a little something else here. How about using the rest of the seam binding? That will work. Let's do that. So I'm just laid the rest of the seam binding on top. So now it's like this. I'm just going to open it up a little bit and open the net up a little bit. All right. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my glue gun, and then we will continue. All right, we have our glue gun all ready to go. So what I'd like to do is place some glue on the base of our flower that we just made, and place it right in the center of our clump that we made of our net and our edging seam binding. And then we can fluff it back up, and let's go ahead and let's see how this looks here. Isn't that pretty? And see, you can still open it. You can still open it and write whatever you want, your little greetings. I have some beautiful little flowers here, and I have a label, and I have some flat back pearls. I think I would like to maybe place my label right down here like this. I inked around the edge already, and I'm going to just place them right down here, just like this. And maybe let's do this one right here. There we go. Oh, that's looking beautiful. Now, we need to add a little bit of bling, don't you think? I think so. Now, I do like the black in the center of the flower because of the cardstock. I just dropped a pearl, I just got it. I don't know if we want to, no, I really think I like that black center there. I'm thinking I need a little bit of bling somewhere, but I'm not real sure where it needs to go. It needs to go somewhere on here. I don't mind it down here. Let's see here. Where else do you think we could place it? Goodness gracious, that one just doesn't want to be with us. We could do a cluster there. That doesn't really do it for me. I'm thinking it's going to need to be right down here. All right, after moving them here and there, I decided we should put them right up here on this corner, and I'm going to just use my E6000 because I don't trust the glue gun with the flat back pearls. I do believe it will pop them off. So I'm just going to put them right on there with my E6000, because that will hold them. There's no doubt about that. And then with the net and the seam binding over it, kind of gives it a nice illusion. Oh my goodness, that would be beautiful on any present, wouldn't it? Or even just to give someone just like that. What a beautiful little keepsake that would be. Okay, you guys, let's get right to our drawing. What is this all about? It's helping me spread happiness. You do it easily, letting someone in line of traffic, letting someone go ahead of you at the grocery store. You have 20 items, they have one. Very simple acts of kindness will really lift up people's spirits. We don't know what they're going through. Sometimes just a very small act of kindness will just help their day. So let's see who wins this week. So what you want to do is tell me your act of kindness in the comments section below. It must be a current video. Every video has a drawing at the end. If you put your act of kindness in an older video, it's not going to count because we've already drawn for that week. So it needs to be in the most current video. You put your act of kindness in the comment section. That's all you have to do. You are now entered. And what do you win if I pull your name out of the fishbowl? You win Happy Mail from me to you as my way of paying it forward. Now, if you enter into this week or any week, you need to check back the next week. You enter, then the next week we have the drawing. You enter. It's the next week you will find out if you win the Happy Mail if I pull you out of the fishbowl. I need your address, your complete address. Down below I have my email address. Please send me your address if I pull your name out. Otherwise I can't send you Happy Mail. Who has won? Oh, Lala Gamma, you won Happy Mail from me to you as my way of paying it forward and saying thank you for helping me spread happiness. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.